How many times have you tried to have a serious conversation with somebody via text? I got to say that texting is one of the worst ways to have a heart to heart with somebody that you love. If you know that they're going to respond to what you've been thinking and feeling about for a while in a defensive or angry way, texting is going to do far more damage to the relationship than not. A lot of times I'll have clients send me screenshots of their texting because something got really blown up between them and their partner, their boyfriend. And by the way, this can extend out to any relationship, of course. This can happen between you and friends, between you and your boss. Anytime you're going to talk about something difficult with somebody, if you try to text it, you're leaving a lot of room for miscommunication and error. One of the reasons why that happens is because we interrupt each other a lot on text. Even when it's not conflictual, just go back and look at your text and look at how many times you've been texting a thought, but you're not done. So you send a part of what you want to say, and the other person is busy responding to that, aren't they? And before you can finish your next text, in other words, your next thought, they've already responded. So now you're responding to that. And it gets really muddled up. The thread of communication can get really muddled up and confused, which can then often lead to, of course, us jumping to the wrong conclusions. Beyond that, of course, we don't get any nonverbal, cues from that person. We can just say what we want in text with exclamation points, emojis, all caps, and we don't get to see the other person is responding. We don't get to see their facial language. We don't get to see their body posture. We don't get all the cues that tell them they're not done. I should wait. I should let them finish their thoughts. I should be patient. We don't hear when their voice gets softer or gets louder or gets more strident or gets, their body gets tenser. All of those things are feedback that allow us to modify what we have to say and how we want to say it. So if we truly care about the person that we're communicating about, it's worth waiting until we can do this in person. That also gives us more time to think about what we want to say and how we want to say it. And in an age where we want everything quickly, this is one of the things that I see is incredibly damaging. Rushing to get your thought out, to get your opinion across at the expense of the other person isn't going to lead to the outcome you actually want. So I encourage you when it comes to communication, especially when you have a relationship that's challenged right now and you want to rescue that relationship, you want to resolve problems with your partner, do not have potentially difficult conversations via text. Do it face to face.